Well, here you have it, guys. The Democrats are led by Pelosi, of course, are already putting together a committee to oversee the response to the coronavirus before the coronavirus has even let up its stranglehold on our country. We still have businesses shut down. We still have pretty much the entire country shut down, more or less. The economy is still in shambles. And the Democrats are more concerned with creating a committee to oversee the response to this coronavirus pandemic before they even make sure that the American people are back on their feet. So, Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Thursday announced the creation of a special House committee charged with overseeing the unprecedented multi-trillion-dollar federal response to the coronavirus pandemic. So, they're talking about this multi-trillion-dollar federal response. Maybe they didn't need to have a multi-trillion-dollar federal response to this pandemic, and they could have trimmed the bill back and not given money to the Kennedy Center, to there was something in there to deal with abortion. There was a whole bunch of different things. And I did a video. It's on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. That actually gave a rundown of all of the nonsense that has gone into this bill. It's ridiculous. But now they want to have a response, a committee to look into how this money is being spent when it hasn't even all been spent yet. So Pelosi has tapped James Clyburn, the Democrat whip, to lead the bipartisan panel, which will be authorized to, quote, examine all aspects of the federal response to the coronavirus and ensure the taxpayers' dollars are being spent wisely and efficiently. So we're going to leave it up to the Democrats to make sure that the money's being spent efficiently and spent wisely? Like, are you kidding me? And it says that the panel will root out waste, fraud, and abuse. They're going to root out waste, fraud, and abuse and protect against price gouging and profiteering and political favoritism. So we're being lectured by Pelosi and the Democrats that they're going to ensure that this bill is not going to, the money in this stimulus isn't going to be fraudulently spent, and they're going to root out waste and fraud to protect against price gouging, profiteering, and political favoritism. Lawmakers have passed 3 relief packages to address the fallout from the virus, with President Trump signing a $2 trillion bill last week to send checks to many Americans, set up a $500 billion corporate liquidity fund, and provide $377 billion in aid to small businesses, among other provisions. So right there, the two things they reference, $500 billion and $377 billion, comes nowhere near $2 trillion. So that's something we should all be questioning as well. The aid package was designed to prop up an economy in free fall. As markets have nosedived, businesses have shuttered, and millions of people have been asked to remain in their homes across the country. While Congress included certain parameters in its emergency response designed to target the funding to the businesses and families most immediately affected, the speed with which the package was assembled, combined with the sheer size of the federal outlays, has given rise to plenty of concerns about fraud and misuse. So, in a nutshell, I find it hard to believe that we're going to rely on Pelosi and the Democrats to ensure there's no fraud and no abuse and no waste. So it's unclear how many lawmakers will sit on the panel, or whether the idea will be embraced by Republicans, who are already accusing Democrats of launching politically motivated attacks against the president over the administration's delayed response to the deadly virus. So they don't know how many people are going to be on the panel, and it's so blatantly obvious that this is just a means to go after Trump and try and take him down, because they know that when we get through this, it's going to benefit Trump in November. They know that. So it says here, in addition to Democrats want to provide more help to states, strengthen worker safety protections, ensure access to personal safety equipment for all medical workers, and provide free treatments, not just free testing, for all victims of the coronavirus. Pelosi said she spoke Wednesday night with the Treasury Secretary, Steven Mnuchin, who has also been in conversation with the Ways and Means Committee Chairman, Richard Neal, about what a fourth package might entail. A fourth package. We just passed the $2 trillion package, and now they were talking about a second one, and now they're talking about a fourth one. But it's pressure from officials in the struggling states, Pelosi predicted, that will lend the greatest fuel to push for yet another round of emergency help. Quote, that's probably the biggest leverage to get another bill, she said. So there you guys have it. Now we have a committee that's being put together by Pelosi and the Democrats to oversee the response to the coronavirus before the coronavirus has even began to subside and to loosen its stranglehold on this country. So keep that in mind, guys, because the Democrats, like I said, they always want to exploit the crisis and never let a good crisis go to waste, in the words of Rahm Emanuel. So keep that in mind, guys, and I will talk to you soon.